When it comes to being a successful influencer, mindset is so important. People drown in negative self-talk. Things like, I don't think I can talk in front of the camera. I don't think anyone would ever want to watch me. These kinds of thoughts become self-fulfilling prophecies, and they prevent you from taking any action. And that's what I want to talk about in this video. Taking action, not procrastinating. It would be super easy to watch this entire course, go through all the supplemental materials, sit back and say, cool, now I have all this information, I feel good inside. But doing what feels good is very different than doing what's actually good. Taking action consistently every step of the way is the only way to succeed at this. Now, this course is all about being a YouTube influencer, as you know. And being a YouTube influencer is all about creating amazing content. So, sprinkled throughout this entire course, certain concepts will be told in a cinematic fashion. This means we got a production team and we put together a stylized course on a certain topic. The reason we did it like this is because we want to demonstrate how to create addicting content. We want to demonstrate how to create something that hooks people's attention. And what better way to do that than by taking certain lessons that we were going to teach you and turning them into entertaining videos. So you're about to watch a video that we created just a few weeks ago on procrastination and the importance of taking action. Now, as you watch it, pay attention to the information, but also pay attention to how the information is being delivered. The biggest pitfall you could run into is to watch this course and not do anything with the information. So watch this video and take its message to heart.
Hey, you. Yeah, you, watching this video at home. Bad news, friend. You got a problem. A problem that, well, let's just put it this way. There's a 99% chance that this problem is the reason why you're not achieving your goals. But before I tell you what this problem is, I need to ask you a question. And you need to be honest. Ready? All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you have your shit together in life? 1 is basically a baby with a drinking problem and a dirty diaper. 10 means you're a millionaire tycoon that literally has rainbows coming out of your ass. So what's your number? If it's not 10, which, no offense, but I'm not buying it, it's because of this one problem: procrastination. Now, procrastination may seem like a small thing, like it's no big deal, like it doesn't really impact your life. And that's kind of true. It often manifests in small, seemingly harmless ways. For example, it's the reason why your laundry hamper looks like this. It's the reason why you haven't paid that parking ticket from 7 months ago. And it's absolutely the reason you haven't cracked a book since high school. It's easy to convince yourself that little things like this aren't a big problem, and that's why procrastination feels like it's not a big deal. But that's where you're wrong. If you don't stop it, procrastination seeps into everything you do. And that's when it causes issues that can and will ruin your life. Issues like telling yourself you'll start that homework assignment after one more episode of Game of Thrones, but instead you watch 4 straight and pass out on the couch. Or thinking that you're going to start eating healthy and finally sign up for that gym membership next week. Or how you're going to start applying the jobs tomorrow. You put all these important tasks off because you'd rather chase instant gratification than get to work. Well, today I'm going to show you how to cut this behavior out, stop procrastinating, and get your life back on track in 4 easy steps. But before I share the steps to getting your shit together, you need to understand the science at work here. So first of all, what is a habit? It's a behavior that you engage in without even realizing. Something you do automatically. That might seem obvious, but what you probably don't realize is just how often habits are guiding your actions. A Duke University study showed that 45% of your daily behaviors are the result of a habit. There's a 3-step process at work here. Listen to Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, explain.
In the last decade, we've learned a huge amount about how habits work, particularly from a neurological perspective. Or what scientists have found in laboratories is that every habit has 3 components. There's a cue, which is like the trigger for the behavior.
Okay.
Your brain goes into automatic mode. And then the routine, which is the behavior itself. And then a reward, which is why your brain encodes this chunk of behavior as an automatic routine. Every habit has to have those 3 parts. And most of the time when we think about habits, we only think about the behavior.
Let's try an example. Let's say you're hungry. You decide to order pizza. You eat it, and you love pizza, so now you feel good because, hey, you got to eat pizza. The cue was you getting hungry, the behavior was you ordering pizza, and the reward was you eating pizza. When you keep repeating this behavior over and over again, your brain starts shortening the process for you. So when you get even slightly hungry, you automatically dial Domino's because your brain has learned that it makes you happy. The scary thing is this happens subconsciously. So even though yesterday you went out of your way to bring home a pre-made salad because you want to eat better, your brain just ignores that option and orders pizza because that's how you trained it to work. Sorry, salad. Maybe next time. What's equally scary is how good you are at justifying this bad behavior. You know pizza's unhealthy, but you don't focus on that. Just like your overflowing laundry hamper and your unpaid parking tickets, you tell yourself that indulging in the occasional pizza every once in a while isn't so bad. A slice here and there isn't going to make a difference, right? Let's be real though, you're probably eating all 8 slices. When it's your regular habit, this starts getting out of hand quickly. Already we can see this is a terrible habit, and we're just getting started here. Bad habits often trigger other bad habits, like you might associate eating pizza with drinking beer. And of course that habit comes with its own downsides, and may trigger even more bad habits. By justifying just one tiny, seemingly not that bad behavior, you've gotten caught in a devastating cycle of bad habits. Now are you starting to understand how procrastination is ruining your life? If you're ready to stop acting like this, I've got 4 steps to help you stop triggering bad habits and start triggering good ones. Step 1, you have to stop lying to yourself. A lifetime of procrastination has made us all experts at lying to ourselves. Most of the time we don't even realize we're doing it, but it's obvious to everyone else. Think of how stupid some of your favorite excuses might sound if you actually had to say them out loud.
So tell me, punk, why haven't you started that big assignment yet?
Lay off. I work better under pressure.
Then when the hell are you gonna start eating better?
This is my last slice of pizza ever, I swear.
And when the hell are you finally gonna get around to cleaning that disgusting bedroom of yours?
I was planning on doing it tomorrow, or this weekend.
Oh, you were planning on doing that, huh? Just like you were planning on starting that book that your mother bought for you a month ago?
I'm waiting to get in the mood to read something.
You're never gonna be in the mood to do some reading. You and I both know that.
Yeah, not very convincing. Time for you to cut this childish crap out and move on to step 2. Replacing bad habits with good habits. You can't just stop all your bad habits overnight. That's not how it works. Good or bad, you've come to depend on your habits to get through the day. Like, if you throw out all of your unhealthy food, that's a great start, but what the hell are you gonna eat now?
Hello, Domino's?
No, bad. Let's try that again. Rather than just deleting the old habit, you can slide a new behavior into its place. That way, you'll form a new habit from the old cue. The new habit will help fill the void left by the old one, and using an established cue means you're sure to be triggered regularly. Boom, problem solved. Which leads us to step 3, plant a seed. Let's say your goal is to get into better shape. Well, just deciding you're gonna lose 100 pounds is a really, really difficult goal. Goals are good, but they don't actually do anything. You need to create realistic habits that'll help you reach your goal. Instead of trying to lose 100 pounds all at once, maybe try to form a daily exercise habit. But even that is a pretty big goal. Don't lie to yourself. Getting motivated to go to the gym every day is a tough habit to just pick up. Instead, try to think of an easier behavior that could someday become that habit. It should be something that you can accomplish even on your worst days. Biking to work is a good seed habit for several reasons. Most importantly, you're going to get cued twice every day. You have to get to and from work somehow. It's also a flexible behavior. On the days you're struggling, you can ride slow or walk the bike up that one tough hill. Finally, this seed habit has an easy place for you to build in some additional reward for motivation. That reward can act as a carrot on a stick, a fresh dose of motivation that carries you through those tough days. Eventually, your seed behavior will start to become a habit, something you can actually stick with long term to help you get to your goal. You know that carrot on a stick is just an expression, right? You're just getting in the habit of eating carrots regularly? Nice. Now there's one last step in this process, and it's a really important one. It's called Don't Break the Chain. Don't Break the Chain is a way of tracking your progress and giving yourself additional motivation to stick with a new seed behavior as it develops into a habit. So, how does it work? Every day you successfully do your new behavior, you mark your success in the calendar with an X. That is so satisfying. Again? Oh, yeah. Again. God, do I love that. And now, look, you got a chain going. The idea is to keep this chain going for as many days as you can manage. It's a way of hacking an extra reward into your new habit. There's something so satisfying, both about Xing the day off and in seeing how many days in a row you can keep it going for. I mean, tell me that isn't sexy. If you use these 4 steps, you'll find it's actually pretty easy to stop procrastinating and start changing your habits for the better. In fact, the hardest part is usually just getting started. So that's why you're going to get started now. We both know you're procrastinating right now. Don't you dare lie to yourself that was literally step 1. Instead, figure out what the bad habit is that's making you procrastinate and think of something you can replace it with. Now, whatever that new good habit is going to be, figure out the simplest, easiest version of it. That's your seed habit. And finally, hang a calendar on your wall, buy a red marker, and challenge yourself to start a 30-day chain today. I challenge you to head over to the forum and boldly declare your plan to the whole Jump Cut community. Think of it as a public pledge to commit to a better you. Because today is the day you stop procrastinating and start kicking ass.